Africa needs a single currency. Indeed, William Ruto, President of Kenya, issued this proposal for a single currency for Africa because of the difficulties that African countries have in trading with each other. The existence of multiple currencies creates financial and economic barriers on the continent, and we urgently need to solve this problem so that our people can trade and move easily. This is the topic that I will talk about throughout this video, and if this topic interests you, please don't go away. Let's catch up after the intro. Let's go. Hello everyone and welcome to Burkina News Network BNN, this bilingual YouTube channel where I do a brief summary of the news and everything else happening across the continent. But before going any further, if this is your first time here, my name is Severin, aka your man, not your boy. I'm a young expat, passionate about Africa, passionate about seeing Africa develop in the field of health, education, infrastructure, environment, technology, well-being, etc. And if one of these topics interests you, please don't forget to subscribe and share massively this video. This will make me really happy and will also help grow this channel. Thank you. The use of the US dollar or the euro in Africa as the main currencies for international trade would limit the development of the continent's internal trades. And the president of Kenya is not the only one with this view. Other countries on the continent, including South Africa, support the creation of a single currency for Africa. Indeed, the South African Minister of International Relations had indicated after the entry into force of the African Continental Free Trade Area that it will be necessary to create an African central bank. Africa is very diverse in terms of culture, tradition, religion, and lifestyle. Although some see diversity as the basis for unity, the continent diversity has been a source of conflict for many decades. This condition has diverted the attention of government from development to security. But don't get me wrong, a single currency for all Africa, if properly implemented, will improve trade by allowing specific countries to specialize in what they are good at and exchange it for other goods that other African countries produce more efficiently. If implemented, African countries will be able to move and spend money in different countries without worrying about exchange rate. We will be able to see some of the most important effects of the single African currency, such as full price transparency across national borders. We will also be able to see increased competition for the benefit of consumer and the disappearance of cost and inconvenience of changing money when traveling between African countries. Africa economy, comprising 54 economies, was estimated to be worth around 2.7 billion US dollar in 2021. Africa growth has been shaped by commodity prices. The continent has a third of the world's mineral resources, 10% of the world oil reserves, and produce nearly 70% of the world diamond trade. While this has clearly been good for growth in the past, dependence on a few key commodities, these global prices, has led to high level of uncertainties in markets, particularly around many African currencies. Africa will remain a major producer of oil and natural gas, accounting for 10% of oil of global oil production and 9% of natural gas production in 2035. A single currency, even if only for cross-border trade, will significantly increase intra-African trade, meaning a trade between one African country to another, or from one region to another. These developments will indeed have important implications for the competitiveness and growth prospect of the African market. The reduction of barriers to cross-border trade and investment is likely to encourage more and more small and medium-sized businesses that have traditionally been active only in the domestic market to enter the markets of neighboring countries. These microeconomic factors are likely to contribute to improve competition and resource allocation in the African market. We need to trade with each other, so the fact is that we need a single currency. Europeans are already doing it with the single currency. Why not Africa? The movement of capital and goods goes hand in hand. The importance of a single currency is underlined in the African Union decision to consider it for the whole continent. It is necessary to establish a mechanism for the gradual implementation for the integration of the single currency. Let me tell you, this will require a great deal of energy, patience, and political leadership. It will surely go hand in hand with various doubts, disagreement, and setbacks. However, the objective of integration, improved competitiveness, and greater prosperity in Africa, as well as the dominance of market forces in an increasingly sensitive world, are so important that effort to foster this project must be intensified. In my opinion, the single African currency will contribute positively to the necessary structural development process of all African countries. The single currency will help solve the region monetary problems, such as the difficulty of converting some of its currencies. In this respect, a single currency is essential for consumer and investor to take full advantage of a single market for goods and services. As a longer-term vision, African integration should be seen as a step toward better global cooperation and ensuring peaceful and balanced development. The African single market badly needs a single currency to harmonize monetary policy across the continent and promote trade and consequently prosperity. But this is only possible with a single currency. That's all for this video, but before I leave, I will once again ask you to subscribe and to share this video massively. Please don't forget to activate the notification bell so that you will be alerted when I post a new video. May God bless Africa. Always your humble and kind servant, Severin, aka your man, not your boy. See you for the next video. I'm out.